Where's my girl? I need to name her. Like, it's not Siri. I've got to name whoever this recorded Zoom lady is who tells me we're recording. Happy Monday, Inspire Beauty. It's the last Monday of August and a perfect time for me to come in with some housekeeping. Tonight's call, I know, is considered housekeeping, and so that can sound very boring and could be like, I'll just catch the replay or the Cliff's notes. But I've included some lighting a little fire under your booty because heck, why not, right? In the chat, if you got on after I put it in the chat, I will read it to you. I'd love to hear today in our 645 group, if you're in that group, I mean, it was one of my favorites. Leah is our host this week of the 645 group, and she posed a question. I think it was your question today, and it had so much engagement about like, what's something in your personal development, or what's something that you're telling yourself on Motivation Monday, or what's a one line, or what's something that you've been loving lately and that's been speaking to you and breathing life into your journey. For me, I have been loving this idea of the next right step. And Kristen came into one of our message threads last week with it's so crazy, right? When you get something like on loop in your head and then like you see it everywhere. Well, then Kristen came in with a podcast that was talking about it. But you guys, Jordan Lee Dooley, I'm on her like text message thread stuff, she sends me a little motivation text. And here's hers today. Monday motivation. Pursue the next right thing. I crap you not. It's right there. Pursue the next right thing. And I'm like, okay, God, I hear you. Everything is all about the next right thing. But I want to hear yours. What's speaking to you lately? When I share the hard parts of my story, I make room to invite others in. Yes, I am enough. Yes, when we abandon ourselves, we don't offer the gift of ourselves to the world. That's powerful. So powerful. Yes, I have a gift and I'm here to share it. I love it. So drop in the chat. What's something that's speaking to you lately? Ashley, be happy for the things you've done when you lay your head down. I read that one this morning. It was so powerful. And it's going to remind me, Ashley, like tonight when I lay my head down, I'm going to have this in my head. So thank you for that. There is time even during the busy. Yes, so good. So good. You're doing more than you think, right? You're doing better than you think you are. All right, you can keep those coming. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, but keep those coming in case I missed yours. All right. So a little housekeeping and a little lighting of the fire. So coming down the pipeline in September, a couple of things I want to really make sure we're excited and clear on and know some launch dates. I've got a coach push going on in the in the Level Up Collab page. It was formerly a page for just Emerald and above coaches in our team. The team is now, and I'm going to be talking about preferred customer versus coach, which is why I said this call is for everyone tonight, because if you are a coach who does not actively build a business, you want to make sure you're informed and in the know about preferred customer and what this new launch of preferred customer means for you, right? So it used to be a Emerald and above page, but now it is for coaches, and I'll explain why here momentarily. But this whole September long, I've got a daily push called All In for Fall. Now, all in to me does not mean you go until you burn out and fizzle out and have nothing left in your tank. All in means I'm going to give my all and my focus in this moment to where it's at. So when I'm all in on my business, when I'm on a call like this, I'm not scrolling social media simultaneously. I'm all in, right? When I sit down to send out 5 invites today, I'm all in. I'm going to send those out. I'm not going to get distracted by whatever else is going on. When I'm all in with my husband on the couch watching TV tonight, I'm all in, right? Wherever you are in September, I want you to be all in there. So I'm going to help you all month long take those small actions to get wins in your business, because I want to see you guys win. Body Interactive, we have bought Interactive, or Body. We have been beta testing it, and that will continue through the month of September. And then on September 21st, mark your calendars, because that's when Body will launch, along with the Mixed Bike, same date. Both of them are launching at the exact same time. And you guys, I don't know if you can see me on your screen, but I had to pull this out. Because I feel like if you poked me with a needle tonight, I would be bleeding Beachbody blue. Like, that's seriously how I feel right now. I'm just like, I'm so proud of the company that I partner with. I'm so proud of it, because we could coast. We could have a CEO that's like, that's good enough. Insanity was a good program. People got results with that. Why make more? Right? Like, but then the CEO, that wasn't enough. maybe this was too much for certain people and they needed different programs that offered different things, right? And so he got 21-day fix, and then all of a sudden there was nutrition incorporated, and then all of a sudden new Shakeology flavors, and then the performance line, and then we went from DVDs. Like, guys, look at this ancient artifact. I used to carry this everywhere with me. It's worn and torn. It's broke. See, this part's falling out. And I don't know if you remember, but you put these inside of a machine and that's how you play them. And once it's scratched, like, good luck with that, right? You're not going to do that workout anymore when that's scratched. And I pulled that artifact out because I'm just so proud to look at this and compare it to this bike and this interactive Beachbody On Demand live platform that we have coming down the pipeline. And if you are newer to Beachbody and you were not around in the dinosaur era when we used to walk uphill both ways to our challenge groups, nobody appreciated that joke. I figured somebody would laugh. Okay, whatever, guys. Tough crowd tonight. But back when I was a young and Beachbody coach, we had to walk uphill in the rain both ways to our bod group. And now y'all have it so easy with so many resources, so many tools. So I'm just like freaking excited to see growth. I always tell you guys growth looks good on you, but I'm just so proud that I partner with a company that grows and evolves. So let's chat preferred customer and coaching so that you guys can feel empowered and equipped to kind of be in the know and stay in the loop, so that, number one, you know for yourself, right? But I also want you to be able to help other people navigate this new thing. So we've had some incredible launches this year. We've got 2 that are coming, but we've had 9-week Control Freak. We've had Let's Get Up. We had Cookies and Creamy, brand new gluten-free launching, right? For this is an entire market of people that before said, I can't have Shakeology, I'm gluten-free. Now they can, right? 645. And then in August, the launch of Preferred Customer happened, okay? We may not have really noticed it if you weren't actively recruiting teammates, but this is going to affect you and impact you this month. So this is why we need to know this. Preferred customer membership is what we used to call a discount coach. It's a great option for a coach on our team currently or on your team currently who either is deciding, you know what, I no longer want to operate a coaching business, or you never, ever, ever did want to operate a coaching business, but there just simply wasn't another choice, right? So all of our coaches who have no business running a business, but they want to maintain the benefits of being a coach, this is what they will be reclassified as. So coaches you can reclassify yourself to preferred customer, or you can wait until the semi-annual review comes, which is why I'm kind of having this call tonight. And Beachbody will reclassify you themselves. Okay. So here's also what's important. If you are a coach who has coaches on your team, right? You have invited people, and whether they're discount or they've been working the business in some capacity, your coaches, this is information they need to know. And if you are a coach and you have coaches on your team and you're considering reclassifying, this is an opportunity for me to really gut check you and ask you why. Is it because you feel defeated, right? Or is it truly because you don't want to operate a business anymore? And in that case, remember, every customer and every coach that you currently have, when you get reclassified, will be absorbed by your upline coach. Okay. So this is important to know because it's a big decision. If I were to say, okay, you know, I don't want to operate my mom's business center anymore as a coach, I don't want to do that anymore. I have to understand that all of her customer base and all of her coach base is going to get absorbed, right? So it would no longer belong to her. And so this is just important to know. Key dates. This is how they're implementing it. So starting July 29th and August 6th, enrollment and self-reclassification opened up. So at that time, coaches could begin reclassifying themselves as preferred customers. And if you've been in a share cart since then, you'll notice that at the start of a share cart, there's 3 options now. It's coach, preferred customer, and coach. So you now have the option to begin enrolling PCs onto your team, okay? The coach activity requirement data was also added to our Coach Online office. So I have a picture here. This is a screenshot of my back office on like the home screen. And here at the very bottom, it says coach requirement met. And then I have a green check mark and it says yes. This is important for you. If you want to remain a coach and have the ability to earn an income and to keep your team and keep your customers and all those things, you want to make sure you have your green check mark by the coach requirement deadline date. Now, mine says 9/30/2021, and I'm certain that the majority of you probably have the same date as me, unless you enrolled after March 2021. So anyone who enrolled April, May, June, July, August, those last 5 months, you're going to have a different date because it's semi-annually. So it's every 6 months. Okay. So starting on October 7th, that's the first semi-annual review. So you need your earning requirement by 9/30, and that'll be the first reclassification for all the coaches who have enrolled March or before. Okay, so that's a big reason, you guys, why I'm hosting this all in for fall, because I know, because you know me, I don't go a day without going in my back office and I look at my team because that's my job. It's not my job to look at your stuff for you, but I happen to catch a lot of things. And there are coaches on our team who I know probably want to stay coach classified without that green check mark. And I know that there are certain people out there who you have your green check mark, but maybe your controlled business center doesn't yet. And so this is where I want us to all take ownership that this all in for fall is really for me to help you get those check marks. I want you to keep your classification as a coach because that's a lot. If you're on this call right now, mass majority of you, that's what you signed up for. I know that to be true. Okay. And then all of the normal monthly reclassifications will begin and occur every first Thursday in the first full week of a month. Okay. So our Level Up Coach Collab, whenever they update this in the back office, I will also be updating our Coach Collab. The Coach Collab will be updated at the end of this month on October 7th, when that first semi-annual review comes out. So on October 7th, I will go in the back office and I will see who is considered and classified coach. You will stay in the Coach Collab because that is the space for you. And I will talk about that in a second and why. And then if not, if you are labeled preferred customer, all of those people will be housed in Inspire Beauty in addition to our coaches. Okay. If you have any questions on this as I'm going, please ask. And I will definitely try to answer them as best as I can. So how do we go Emerald or Emerald again as we've rolled out this preferred customer and coach option? So you can do it in 3 ways. You can enroll 2 preferred customers, and that gets you Emerald, as long as you have one on your left leg and one on your right leg. Okay. They have to be balanced. And they have to be active, of course. The other way is you can have 1 and 1. You could have a preferred customer and a coach, and you could flip it. It doesn't matter what leg, right? I just happen to do it left, right, but it could be right and left. And then the last way is to enroll 2 coaches. 1 on your left, 1 on your right, again, active, right? Okay, so just want to make sure we know that. In the Coach Collab, I added this graphic that I want to make sure that you save and put somewhere, because this is very important now when you're navigating conversations in that final step of enrolling somebody with a challenge pack. When I enroll somebody with a challenge pack, number 1, when someone says, I'm interested in your group, the first thing I do is I say, oh my gosh, I'm so pumped. And I make sure that we understand the goals. I make sure that they're, ready to actually hear the pack options before I create a link for them. I never want to assume for anyone that they want Shakeology and not Performance Line. I never want to assume they want Performance Line and not Shakeology. I never want to assume they want lemon versus mixed berry. I never make assumptions about something that someone's picking for their pack. This is no different. When I am enrolling a customer, a new client of some sort, right? Somebody who I'm working with, I want them to decide which path they're going. So this Pick Your Path graphic breaks down what it is to be a customer. It breaks down the difference between a customer and a preferred customer. This is Team Inspire Beauty. Inspire Beauty that you know it, this is where our preferred customers and our coaches live together. And then now what you used to know as the Emerald Collab, these are our Level Up Beauties. These are our coaches. These are people working and building a business by Beachbody standards. Okay. So I've got the perks here, and I think that this is an excellent graphic to help walk people through which option they want to enroll with. It's a no-brainer for me that if somebody wants to stay on their supplements and go all in, they should definitely sign up at a minimum with option 2. Become a preferred customer. right? Especially if you're building your business right now and you're still trying to get to diamond or, opening up these paid rank opportunities, that is a win for you, my friends. Okay. Now, do we want everybody to be preferred customer and not enroll any coaches? No, I think a healthy balance, truly, if I go back to this, would be right here. If every month you can add at least a preferred customer and at least one coach, I think your business is going to be thriving, right? But if we only ever add preferred customers, unfortunately, we can't rank advance with preferred customers because your preferred customers cannot sell and they cannot grow a team. There's no option for that. Okay. They can upgrade at any time to a coach to unlock that earning opportunity and unlock commissions, but they would have to upgrade to that at some point, right? And so you can be looking for that, and that's a totally different training for a totally different night. But I just want to give you guys a heads up that, like, option number two, this is the dream option. This is the person that wants to go all in. They're tight on money. They should start as part two. Okay, so let's talk about the team pages really quick and who these are for, what it's for, because there are going to be some shifts. In the past, on Inspire Beauty, you see things like the National Wake Up Call that Leah posts every Monday, or hey, we're getting ready to get on team training and everybody get on, or every Sunday I share the weekly events because we have team calls, we have power hours, we have all these things. And so I share it all in this one space because I never know with Inspire Beauty who's going to come out of the woodwork and decide, you know what? Why not me? I want to try. I'll get on that call. And so I post it all in there. Okay. On the Level Up Beauties page, it used to be a little higher level conversation for coaches who were already growing a team. And so we could kind of discuss a little bit higher level business strategies there. Inspire Beauty is now going to be a space for preferred customers. Coaches are also absolutely should be in that page as well, but this is where we will add our preferred customers. I want to think of it like the ultimate accountability group. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a lot of themed challenges in there. We'll do giveaways that pertain to our wellness journey. This is the person that wants long-term accountability and early access. We'll also do VIP groups. So the 645 BOD group that you see happening right now, that kind of stuff would happen right there in the Inspire Beauty page, because those are the preferred customers who have that access, right? Any sort of team get together or event, virtual sorts of meetups that are part of, our preferred customer base, virtual book clubs that pertain again to our preferred customers and coaches, that's all going to be in there. Like I said, I want it to be like the best challenge group you've ever been a part of. So I'm not going to go in there and be sharing about our team training. That won't be housed in Inspire Beauty after the next month. Starting once we transition in October 7th, when we fully transition to who is classified as preferred customer and who's classified as coach via Beachbody standards, that's when you will start to see that National Wake Up Calls will all be in the Level Up Beauties collab. All of our team training events and power hours and things like that will all be housed over there. So if you're not already in that page, get in that page. Get in that page, okay? And make it your goal, if you're in that page, stay in that page, right? Okay. So let's talk about the Level Up Coach Collab page. Who is this page for? These are for coaches. Oh, I forgot to mention, when you have a preferred customer enroll, they should be added to this page and celebrated and shouted out. And some of our guides tabs are going to move around so that it's really user friendly. Like, how do they get started as a new customer? How do they navigate BOD? What are their first steps? Nutrition Plus, meal plans, recipes. Like, this is going to be the ultimate challenge group. So you want to make sure that even though your preferred customers will probably most likely be in your BOD group, they should also be a part of Inspire Beauty. Okay. So I know a lot of times in the past, people have decided, oh, I'm not going to add my coach over to Inspire Beauty because they don't really want to work the business. This is now where I'm telling you, no more. This is the space for those preferred customers, because there will be no business talk on Inspire Beauty. Okay. Level Up Coach Collab, on the other hand, is for your coaches. So same thing. You have someone who specifically enrolls as a coach. You are going to celebrate them in the Level Up Coach Collab. You're going to add them in there, shout them out, tell us why. New coach trainings will be housed in there. Okay. And how to go Emerald calls will be housed in there. Diamond trainings will be housed in there. So this is the place where you want your coaches to get started right. So if someone enrolls as a coach, they need to be shouted out and placed in this page. Okay. All right. And then just with this, coaches do have the ability to earn income. Whereas once you go down to preferred customer, we take away that option. There's going to be a lot of team collaboration, goal setting, like you've come to know and love from our team, right? There's more opportunities for travel and trips, retreat opportunities. This is where I do my coaching and my one-on-one business mentorship. Okay, so if you are like, I want that, like a venti size of that, you got to be in the Level Up Coach Collab page, and you got to keep your coach classification. Okay. All right. So that's kind of it for like housekeeping announcements. Where I want to kind of light the fire for you is I really want to gut check. What's the story you're telling yourself? Like right now, it's August 30th, 2021. And I just spit some fire at you about things that are coming down the pipeline. And maybe you don't have the green check. Maybe the story you're telling yourself right now is, I don't have the green check. Why even bother? Maybe that's the story you told yourself. Or maybe you're telling yourself, I'm at SC2. There's no way I'm going to help 2 more people before the month's over. And maybe that's what you've been telling yourself. Or maybe you're telling yourself, everybody's ghosting me. Nobody wants to join. This month has been hard. Whatever you're telling yourself, you're going to believe, my friends. Right? And so we have to be very careful with our words. And I know this team has been created, and you know my heart, real, raw, authentic, vulnerable. Like it's created on that basis. And I also know that the story I tell myself, if it's not serving the goal I have to tell a better story. So the story I'm telling you tonight is you are in the right place at the right time. I want you to tell yourself that story. I'm in the right place at the right time. You guys, mix, body, preferred customer, cookies and creamy, 645, let's get up, 9-week control freak. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It has never been easier to help someone with something than it is right now. My friends, I want to show you a couple of things. I showed you this old boo right here, falling apart insanity. Me and Shanti, we go way back. Okay, let me show you what else. I got out my stack, and I'm not talking a performance stack, y'all. I'm talking the OG stack. Okay, here's where it all started with my coaching journey. T25, these are DVDs. 21-day fix, 21-day fix extreme, size, 22. I look at you guys, when I wanted to do a new program, I had to buy a new DVD set. And when I wanted someone to join my boot camp, I had to sell them a DVD. One program. I sold them one of these for $160. One. And I've hit SC in the final moments of the month when all I had was one DVD and Greenberry Whey Shakeology. So what's your freaking excuse? It is so easy to help someone with something. And so if the story you're telling yourself is, like this person they said they were doing what, then why the F have you only been talking to one person all month? That's on you, right? Like I'm going to get some fire going at you because you're making it hard on yourself because you're making it hard on yourself. So stop telling yourself crappy stories, my friends. Are you building a hobby for fun with us? And if so, that's okay. Or are you really trying to build a business that changes lives, yours first, and then the ripple effect of everyone around you? I'm going to let you in on a little secret. It's my hobby coaches that struggle the most. It's the ones that are building a business that changes lives that don't struggle to hit Success Club month after month after month. It's the ones who are having fun with this business and calling it a hobby on the side. Sure, you can have this hobby on the side, but a lot of times for me, that boulder has been heavier to roll up the hill because I lose momentum whenever my hobby isn't fun. Because a hobby sounds like it has to be fun, right? Maybe switch it. Maybe you're not just doing this fun thing on the side, but maybe you're really trying to build something that transforms lives. So I want to talk really quick about what's your energy. You guys know me. If you know me, you know I love Joanna Gaines. She's my girl. I freaking love Joanna Gaines. Oh my gosh, I'd die if I met her. We'll add that to my wouldn't it be cool list. And if you've hung around me long enough, and if you've come to Dallas, not in the middle of a snowstorm, I've taken, anytime somebody comes to visit me, there is no doubt in my mind that I will take them to Magnolia and I will tell them every piece of trivia Why do I love Magnolia? I don't love Magnolia because of what you see on social media, or, I mean, it's very pretty, right? Like, let's just be real. She's got incredible design, but that's cute. The Instagrammable stuff is fun. But I love Magnolia, you guys. And I got to read this because I wrote it down for myself so I don't forget. I love it because of the vision. I love it because of the backstory. I love knowing that Chip and Joanna Gaines were just normal people minding their own stinking business. And she just had this blog. She was this mom with a blog, and she kind of liked to clean up after her kids and like try to make her kids' stuff look pretty. And so she blogged about it. And then they found her. HGTV found her, and then they came in for a pilot, and the story, like, I love the story of them building this as a family. I love what they stand for. I love that when they go and they fix homes for people, that it's not just about like selling another house or flipping another home for profit, that they truly want someone to have a life and a home that they're just obsessed with being in as a family. They want families to grow and thrive together. That's why they build such a special place for them to bond. They get to know their people. They get to understand what matters and what's important to them. Their level of excellence and their level of detail in what they do, it's impeccable. I love them for that. I love their servant hearts. That's why I love Magnolia. We always talk about this idea of like know, like, and trust. Like, people do business with people they know, like, and trust. And it's like, that sounds nice and all, but I think people learn how to know, like, and trust you based on why you're doing something and how it makes you feel. When I took Ashley, Amanda, and Kristen to Magnolia, I don't think they cared too much about it. And when I took my mom to it and made her even go sit at Magnolia table and have lunch with me, and I kept telling her even more stories about how they got, flooded during the Texas storm this winter and the pipes burst. And I sat there and I got to like tell her all these stories about this company that I just sold out freaking love. I tell that church that they refurbished that Charlie and I are in front of, I'll tell the story of that church and how it's so cool that they found it in Waco and they just restored it and they brought it over to Magnolia to make Waco special and to not lose those touches. And I'll tell these stories, whether the person wants to hear them or not, because of how it makes me feel. I love their why. I love their energy. What's your energy? Because people don't care that you're doing 645. No one, like, spoiler alert, no one cares that you're doing 645. They care about feeling how you're feeling. They want that. When I joined, all I did was I looked at my coach, you guys, and I thought to myself, my God, she has joy. I want that. I don't, whatever thing she's doing, whatever shake she's drinking, I want that because I want that joy. Do your people look at you and say, I want that? Because when they look at you and they see your energy and they say, I want that, that's when you become unstoppable. That's when you become unstoppable. And my friends, you have the energy and the excitement. Like, some of you might now be like already talking yourself down, like, well, how would they want my life? How would they want what I have? Because I'm not even loving my life, or I'm not even there yet on my journey. My friends, you wouldn't be on this call if you didn't have that energy and excitement. You just wouldn't be here. There's plenty of people. You guys, we have almost like 250 coaches on our team. I'm counting 15 participants right now. Those people don't have the energy and excitement. They can't get on the call. And if you're watching a replay, I'm so proud of you. You also have the energy and excitement, right? But 15 out of about 250 and growing, you have the energy and excitement. Stop telling yourself otherwise. Let me talk a little bit about that. This is my very first picture I took on social media with my shaker cup right next to my stupid face. And guys, I would love to note, number one, how grainy my picture is. It's so terrible. The lighting is terrible. The grain, it's just all terrible. It's just terrible, terrible, terrible. I'm holding a shaker cup next to my face. It says Shakeology. I would never, ever recommend or suggest that today. And this is the thing that I get the most, though. When I look at this picture, the one thing I notice is that I'm smiling without my teeth. I don't know if you guys have ever seen me smile without my teeth. When I look at most pictures of myself, I am a teeth smiler. But when I started Beachbody, I didn't smile with my teeth. I didn't have the confidence. I didn't have the energy and the excitement, or so I thought. But just simply posting that was energy. Simply posting that was excitement, because people started to ask me, what's that shake you're drinking? What's this thing you're doing? People started to ask questions about it, because even though I wasn't there yet, even though I didn't feel like, my dreams were coming true or my vision was passing, I could still show up with energy about what I was excited for. You guys, a lot of our team talks about this idea of, no one on my team's working the business. My friends, no one on our team worked the business with me either for a long time. This is a Zoom call that I did month after month after month, week after week, where no one would show up, right? And I still have a dream of having it so that we have to swipe over for a second page, which I believe happens after 24 participants. We're not there yet. We're at 15. We can still do better. I have a dream that our Monday night calls will be so big, our Tuesday power hours will be so big with people sold out on building this business, that I'll have to swipe over to a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth slide to see your beautiful faces, because people are going to be hungry and energized. But even when I didn't have a team of working coaches, here's my dear friend Marilyn and Kara and Becca, and we just got together and we had a cookie swap. And guys, they're not on our team anymore. They're not. And that's okay. It's okay. So when you lose that coach, does it crumble for you? When no one, quote unquote, is working the business, how do you step up as a leader and just show them how to be a part of the community? That's on you. That's your energy. That's your excitement. And so do something silly like a cookie swap, like I did with my coaches. Find something you love. This is me when I went to Summit by myself. And I just had to, again, showing the stupid products, holding up DVDs, my friends, look, here they are. The DVDs again, right? Here's me when I wasn't at a body weight that I felt confident in. When as a coach, I gained 17 pounds. Could you imagine you're a coach for others and then you gain like almost 20 pounds in the process? Don't you think nobody would join me? F that. I was successful right here. I was successful in every one of these pictures because I was showing up for my vision. I wasn't there yet. That's the whole point, my friends. You're not there yet. That's why you cast a vision. And here's the deal. So many times we get stopped because someone else doesn't see your vision. Okay, they don't see where you're going, or it's not in alignment with them. And that's okay. Other people don't get to decide where you're going. You guys think I don't have naysayers to this day? Just this Friday, I had a family member tell us that it was so ridiculous that we were doing Airbnb, and why the heck would we ever want to do that? A family member. So when you're upset that your family member isn't supporting you, it might never happen. That's on them. That's their growth journey, not yours. Bless and release that. Stop expecting everyone to have the same vision as you. It's your vision. The vision for your life, though, my friends, is connected to how you show up for your business. So I'm going to give you a loving gut check. If you feel right now like you have a small business, you have a small vision. Stop playing small. Level up your vision. When I see my coaches get bigger visions for their lives, all of a sudden, that's funny. They start hitting Success Club. They start showing up to team calls a little differently. They start leading from the trenches. They start giving themselves permission to do things versus waiting for someone. They start to build this bigger vision. All of a sudden, their business gets bigger. And I don't necessarily mean monetary or SC points or anything like that, but it just gets bigger. Like it just feels bigger. It feels like motion. So you have to ask yourself, what would make future you so freaking proud? Taking the picture on the left, by the way, I was already losing weight here, and that smile says it. I felt so confident that day. And yet I wasn't, quote unquote, there yet with that journey of losing that weight that I gained with depression meds. But future me was so proud that I took that photo, because today me, I get to look back on that and I see growth. So what would make future you so proud? Maybe tomorrow you just needs tonight you to go to bed on time and set your workout clothes out, so that tomorrow you can be so grateful for today you, right? And a side note, a lot of times when I talk about vision, I get this pushback from coaches. I get it all the time. And you might have already done it in your head, or I don't know, maybe even in the chat. I haven't looked yet. But sometimes, I get coaches that'll, well, I like my job, Brittany. I don't ever want to leave my job. First of all, when I said, what is your vision? None of that said leaving a job, by the way. You're putting that on my words because somewhere in there, you feel like that's the path that it has to be. You've got to open up your mind to this. There's possibility beyond what you're even thinking right now, beyond what I'm even thinking. Vision just means moving beyond where you are right now, it means not being stuck. You can have a great life. You can love your job. You can be in a really good place financially. I get this from coaches all the time. I don't need to build my business because my family is fine financially. Ooh, you better suck those words back. I hope no storm ever hits. Right? Like, how do you, like, whoa, those are some BALLZs on you, because you never know when something's going to happen and that side money you've been building is going to bless your family. You don't know that. You can have a great life. You can be in a really good place, and you can still envision a more extraordinary future. Your vision's too small. If right now you say, my job's great, right? I don't really need this business. Your vision's too small. What happens when your job's not great? What happens when your boss doesn't need you anymore? It's just reality. And if we learned anything, I hope, in the last, couple years, it's that. Right? And the most humbling thing that I ever learned when I left the classroom is everybody's replaceable. Those kids didn't need me. I mean, they missed me. They got another teacher. I was replaceable. We're all replaceable. And I think that that's a humbling message to hear. So why not chase and create what you truly desire versus what you feel like other people expect of you? Have a bigger vision. So the last thing that I want to wrap up with is, we've got to get excited about something, right? So make that list. Make a list of all that's coming or has come. What this year so far were you so excited about? Maybe you forgot how much you loved cookies and creamy and you haven't been sharing enough awesome recipes from it. Maybe Let's Get Up, like I commend Leah so much that she decided, you know what, Let's Get Up gave me my joy back in my journey. You know what, I think I'm going to do that again. I want to get that joy back. How awesome is that we have a program that just does that for someone, right? And so you have to make a list of all those things that excite you or that are coming down the pipeline that excite you, and ask yourself why. Because this is what you're going to talk about. This is what you post about. This is how you build that energy and that excitement. If you're not excited about your journey, everyone else can feel it. So if you're like, I don't know why I'm struggling this month, first ask yourself, am I showing up excited about what I'm doing? Also, when you're writing these things down and you're figuring out what excites you and why, number one, it doesn't have to be the same thing as everybody else, right? That's toxic diet culture. And you're falling into that box every time you think you have to start and finish a program just because you said you would. That's diet culture and it's not serving you. We have a different method here, right? And so keep that in mind. What serves and excites me might not be the same, and that's okay. And that's why we have all of us on this team, because we need all that to come together, right? But also remember that for like body and for mixed bike, if that's what excites you, like I'm so excited about those, you guys. If it excites you, please, please, please do not let September 21st be the first time you talk about it. If Magnolia, Magnolia already has all of their like Christmas events happening, and I just got an email about it to let me know to plant the seed to save the date for their Christmas stuff. I'm not going to remember, all the details. They didn't send me all the info. They're just letting me know that something's coming. So have you already let your people know that something's coming? Have you sent an email out to all your customers? Have you planted the seed with all your coaches? Have you planted the seed with anybody, in your your Beachbody on your coach online office? I can talk tonight. Have you planted those seeds? Make sure that you're doing that. Because if you wait till the launch day, you kind of miss the boat, right? I mean, no, but yeah, a little bit, because you're backpedaling. Plant the seed now, like any professional company would, and then you can trickle more and more information in as we get closer. My friends, to wrap up, you have to understand energy, excitement, it's everything. It matters, it matters, it matters. And if you're struggling right now to hit benchmarks in the business, whether they be rank, whether they be SC points, if your groups are struggling, if there is struggle there, it is an energy issue, and you've got to get to the root of it, because it's you. It's your energy. So you can fix this. That's the good news, right? Consider yourself. I put you guys at a very high standard. And sometimes I like to think that it's a good thing. It's a blessing that I hold you guys to very high standards and I push you. But I think sometimes it can also be a curse, because sometimes when I hold you to a high standard and you don't want to hear it, You don't want to hear it, right? But whether or not you see it, you guys are flames. You guys are lighthouses. You guys are roadmaps and guide maps for everyone who's watching you. You might not see that. When I talk to some of you guys and I say, hey, you're kind of a leader on our team. So I know when you said this, that's how you were feeling, but here's the deal. Everyone else on our team, remember there's like, 15 of us on here right now. And I talked about how like, there's like 250. So like 235 other people. You guys are their leaders. And if you don't see that, that's okay. I do. But you have to start taking that a little bit more seriously because people need that light. They need that energy. They need that map. They need that to guide themselves back to themselves. The last few years have been hard. We all feel it. Yet we have connectedness. We have tools to help us build our confidence every day. We have tools to be better moms, better wives, better women. We have tools to be lights on social media. And you guys, we don't sell challenge packs. We don't sell DVDs. We don't sell shakes. Beachbody does this. That's Beachbody's job. They sell this. They're selling the mix bike. They're selling body. They put lots of money into marketing those things. They're selling that. You're not. You're selling confidence. You're selling life change. You're selling healing. And right now, I think one of the biggest gifts we're selling is connection. In a time when people are really isolated, we're selling connection. So if you start to think like that, oh, that's what I'm selling. Oh, I'm actually a lighthouse for other people. Oh, I'm actually guiding other people. There's people out there who are struggling worse than me. Oh, I could be helping them. When you start to approach your business every day like that, your energy shifts. You have a responsibility. You have a role. You have a reason, right? But when you are just trying to get the points, get the people, get the retention points so you can check off the benchmark, it's just always going to be a struggle. It's just always going to be a struggle because you're coming at it with the wrong angle. Last thing, and then I'll go through the comments and see if there's any questions. But that song that I played, if you were on right when I started, I'm not going to sing it, but I really love that song and it really like makes me want to I don't know, just groove. But what I love most about that song is I actually think about you guys. I think about this team when I play that song, and you might not have ever really listened to the lyrics or not even found any relevance, but sometimes I run to that song and I think of you guys. And I could cry because I really do. And the line that makes me think of you guys is that he says, "It all would have been a waste, but I found you on the way." And like, you gotta go find the person. Like, it will be a waste for you if you don't go find someone. What a waste if you don't go find someone that needs you tonight. What a waste. Don't let it be a waste, right? Okay, that's it for me. Yes, dinosaur. Yes, you will, Bridget. Guys, the green check mark, let's take some pressure off the green check mark. You could sell a thing of hydrate to your neighbor and get your green check mark. I mean, really, the green check mark is like, it's minimal. What I really am concerned about is that we had 9 people who were registered and like ready for Biz and Bubbly after July. And now I'm down to, as of today, 3. And in 24 hours, I would love all 9. Yep. Leia checked off that box. And that's the other thing, you guys, let me remind you, when I told you about Biz and Bubbly, you only had 2 weeks left to hit Success Club, and you did. You only had 2 weeks after Summit to hit Success Club, and you guys went home and made the choice to do it. So why not, like, tonight, get off the call and just go make the choice to finish out the month strong, right? Shut up, Annie. You met Joanna's mom? Annie always meets the celebrities. Bill Nye. Your dad met Bill Nye. Your family's so lucky. Thanks, Ashley. When I took another crew of people. I took Julianne and one of her coaches to Magnolia that fall as well, and they were both like so unimpressed. It was great. We rolled up and they were like, "This is it," and I was like, "Yeah, it's like Disney, right?"
That's that whole wah wah.
Like, yeah, this is absolutely uppercase IT it. Yes, you are right. Like, It is adult Disney. Okay. Andrea's going to be on Win the AM at 8 p.m. Central. Oh, wait, no, at 8 p.m. Eastern. Andrea's in Michigan to Power Hour. So if you guys are not at those goals with a Z, Andrea's got your back. All right, let's take a picture. If you can put your screen on.